Hey there, thanks for joining us today as we count down the best movies to watch if you loved Jordan Peele's newest film, Nope. Now before we get into it, let us give you a small rundown on the film itself. It stands, according to most, as a commentary on the state of Hollywood today, how Hollywood uses and discards actors with little to no regard to their welfare or health. Quite a nice portrayal of the harsh reality we live in nowadays, if you ask me. First up, Get Out, 2017. We're kicking it off with another Jordan Peele film on the list, his 2017 thriller horror film, Get Out. To put it loosely, it was a banger of a film. Well received by both critics and moviegoers alike, the film managed to get a Rotten Tomato rating of, wait for it, 98%. Yep, you heard us right. Coupled with an IMDb rating of 7.7, Get Out definitely played a huge role in putting Peele on the map as a film director you don't want to mess around with. So allow us to take you down the rabbit hole that is Get Out. So we have Chris, played by Daniel Kaluuya, as your average guy, just going down with his girlfriend to visit her family. Seems pretty normal, right? Wrong. Turns out his girlfriend's family are psychotic evil geniuses who seem to have been able to invent and continuously practice a way to infiltrate the minds of African American people, push their subconsciouses to the side, and control their bodies as their own. Imagine that happening to you next time you decide to go over to meet your girlfriend's parents. That'll be one Thanksgiving dinner you're not forgetting. The movie is full of surprises that'll either have you creeped out to the bone or, well, just plain horrified. Whatever the case, this is one film you won't want to miss. Secondly, Fire in the Sky, 1993. The next entry on this list is Fire in the Sky, a classic film on the horrors of alien abduction. Directed by Robert Lieberman, this version of an encounter with our little green Martian friends was actually based on a true story. As the story goes, a lumberjack by the name of Travis Walton was apparently struck by a beam of light coming right out of the sky and knocked out. His three buddies, not to mention his brother-in-law, all chickened out and left him there in a bid to escape whatever biblical damnation had just popped up out of nowhere. A little while later, all four of them get accused of murdering Travis and undergo an interrogation at the hands of Lieutenant Frank Waters. However, things take an even stranger turn when Travis Walton appears alive and well, only 5 days later. Granted, he was a bit wonky in the head, what with stories of aliens abducting him and all. Most met his story with skepticism and disbelief. However, this film retells his entire tale word for word. Be it fictitious or not, this is definitely worth a watch for all you lovers of the strange and utterly confusing. Moving on, we have Close Encounters of the Third Kind, 1977. So here we have a Spielberg classic, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, directed by Steven Spielberg. Deals with, you guessed it, aliens. Except this time there's a twist. Instead of our Martian buddies coming to abduct us, it's the other way around. We actually volunteer to go on travels with them. A scary but cool thought, huh? When Roy Neary has an encounter with the extraterrestrials, he becomes obsessed in trying to find them and communicate with them. From babbling on about Martians to obsessively drawing a particular mountain range over and over again, Roy continues to emit signs of, well, him losing it, eventually causing his wife Ronnie to leave him, taking their 3 kids with her. This really is a unique spin on an often overused plot that really allows us to marvel at Spielberg's brilliance. Receiving a whopping 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, this is a film that has truly stood the test of time. Up next, The Host, 2006. Next up, we move away from alien horror and move towards an entirely new beast to tackle. And we're not going to sugarcoat it, it's basically the South Korean version of the Loch Ness Monster, but boy is it wonderfully executed. The Host shows how careless American Army personnel keep dumping chemical waste into the South Korean Han River. Lo and behold, fast forward a few years, and there's a whole new monstrosity just waiting to say hi to the local residents. After the daughter of a local vendor, Song Kang-ho, is abducted by the creature, he decides that only him and his family can save her. Off they go on a journey to rescue a loved one from the sharp jaws of darkness and fear. It's really a wonder how they managed to take a cliché genre of film and portray it in such a way that you won't be able to look away for even a second, let alone blink. Of course, being a film with CGI in 2006, the monsters won't be the prettiest sight in the movie, but hey, at least the plot covers up their visual lack. This will be one movie you'll absolutely adore and love to watch, especially if it's one of those nights where you just got fresh, hot buttered microwave popcorn ready, you're snuggling into your warmest blanket, and it's about 12 a.m. Coming up, Us, 2019. Onward we go, bringing in another Jordan Peele hit, Us. Released in 2019, it managed to garner 93% on Rotten Tomatoes and tackled numerous societal issues such as capitalism, class, and gender. The film follows an African-American family as they go on vacation hoping for a relaxing summer, though that's never the case with these films, is it? While on vacation, they get attacked by their doppelgangers, referred to as tethers in the Peele universe. Though they manage to survive the first altercation, the film continues to span over a long, gory night of conflict and a fight for survival. In the film, the main lead, Adelaide, was shown to have met her eerie mirror self once before in her childhood. That scene alone was a chilling precursor to the horror to come. Once again, Peele has wowed us with his ability to present a truly original idea to the big screen, and to most people's surprise, actually living up to the hype that surrounds him. Coming off an Oscar from his last film Get Out, we were pleasantly surprised to note the quality of the film coming from this man. Us is truly a modern-day masterpiece that is definitely a must-watch for any horror thriller fans list. Moving on to A Quiet Place, 2018. And so we're entering an entirely new genre of horror that still manages somehow to keep ties with Jordan Peele's Nope. Of course, we're talking about A Quiet Place. Starring John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, this movie is a must-watch for all horror fans. As if Krasinski wasn't enough of a reason to watch the film, the way it portrays the sheer terror a family of 6 faces as they navigate a new world where making even the slightest sound can get them killed. Imagine you holding in a potential sneeze, knowing even a slight wheeze could end up with you getting pecked to death by blind pterodactyls. Good luck getting that image out of your head. The film has you on the edge of your seats throughout. The thrill you get while watching Emily Blunt trying to guide her children to safety, coupled with a few jump scares, makes A Quiet Place a truly awesome experience. An unlikely contender on the list, Bird Box, 2018. The film marked the long-awaited return of Sandra Bullock to the big screen, and boy was it in style. Well, more of a gory style, but hey, whatever it was freaking awesome. Imagine an entity that you can't see, like legit can't look at unless you want to turn into a psychotic schizophrenic and, well, die. You're gonna have to put on a blindfold and wade out into the unknown. The movie documents Bullock's journey from learning about this mysterious force that was driving seemingly everyone crazy to, well, finding an almost impossible to imagine promised land in what seemed to have become hell on earth. Now add the fact that you have 2 toddlers that you have to keep safe throughout the journey as well, and you end up with a world-class, nail-biting thriller like Bird Box. Of course, the movie had its comedic moments as well, such as an amusing cameo with Colson Baker, Machine Gun Kelly. Lastly, we have The Invasion, 2007. Okay, we know, too many alien movies. It's just, these are so good that it's impossible to keep them off the list. This one in particular takes the cake. A fungal life form crash lands on Earth, the spacecraft breaking apart and spewing apart in different parts of the United States. People begin to get affected by the alien life form, who takes over control of their body every time they enter their REM sleep cycle. Scary stuff, we know. Talk about Freddy Krueger on overdrive. Now add a resilient Dr. Carol to the flurry. With her son being the only human able to lead her to the cure, she'll need to fight against the changed humans and former colleagues, all while protecting her son in a bid to save the human race. This is one film you don't want to miss. That's a wrap for this video. Did we help you pick your next watch for tonight? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.